If you've been dealing with under eye circles, puffiness, eyes that just make you look tired and older than you really are, and nothing you have tried fixes it, I'm about to show you a caffeine serum that changes all of that in 60 seconds. Same ingredient that I use myself to keep these 62-year-old eyes looking younger. But before we jump into that, I have to say thank you. Something extremely amazing has happened. This channel today, as I'm filming this, just passed 700,000 subscribers. And over 100,000 of you just joined this month. That is wild, and I don't take it for granted, not 1 second. For those of you who don't know, this channel is about 8 years old, and I've been in skincare for 40 plus years, so I never dreamed I would get to this point and have this many people watching and helping me spread the news about skincare and how you can approach skin aging holistically, effectively, all with science-backed information. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Now let's talk about caffeine and a caffeine super serum and how that works and how it can make a big difference for your eyes. And then I'm going to demonstrate this product for you so you can see for yourself how to use it. Maybe it can help you get younger looking eyes too. So the problem for most of us of all ages is under eye puffiness and dark circles or eye hollows. I get it. That can happen to anyone at any time, but as we get older, there is a tendency to lose some of the elasticity just underneath the eye. And as I said, I'm 62, and of course you see I do have light on me, which does help, but I don't have eye bags. And it's one of the things that gets pointed out to me when I'm out in public, and the question of my age comes up, is why I don't seem to have lines and creases around my eyes, nor do I have bags or dark under eye circles. Helps to be an esthetician, truly it does, but what's important is to share with you what I use, what you can use that can really make the big difference, and the big ingredient is caffeine. Now we talk a lot about on the channel about under eye tighteners that are made with silicates or clays that are temporary. You put them on your eye, under your eye. Plexiderm is one of the brands I've spoken of that I've reviewed and demonstrated here on the channel, and those can work okay. They do actually help hold your skin in place for a period of time. The problem is they don't last very long. They absorb moisture from the sweat in your skin and also from the air, and then they lose their ability to hold that stuff in place. But caffeine works way, way differently. Caffeine actually sinks into the upper layers of your skin and shrinks the capillaries, the tiny capillaries, reducing under eye dark circles and eye hollows, and at the same time helps encourage lymph drainage under the eye to reduce and sometimes completely eliminate those under eye bags. Stuff is amazing. That all said, we're going to jump into the demonstration of this super serum so that you can learn and see how it works and see if this might be something you're interested in. Hey there, thank you for joining me on my channel today. We're going to be talking about how to deal with resistant under eye dark circles, puffiness, all those things that make us look tired and older even when we aren't. But before we jump into what this 60-second trick, and it's not really a trick, it's an ingredient that's going to surprise you, can do for your eyes, under eye puffiness and dark circles. Now you're looking at me, and truly I have light on me, which is always helpful, and you don't see dark circles. And trust me, you don't, because there is an ingredient that I've been using for a long time. It's something that I've talked about on the channel before that can actually help pull back the capillaries that are causing those dark circles and actually tighten the skin under the eyes, helping to drain lymph fluid if that's the problem you're having, and even tighten the eye when it's more of a fat pad issue just under the lower lid. And this one simple and natural ingredient that does all of this, caffeine. Now truly, you can get caffeine from a cup of coffee. You could use tea bags. You could do all of that. The only problem with that is that it's a very low percentage of caffeine that you actually can get to the skin from those holistic approaches. And I'm all for holistic approaches. That's my background. But now we have serums that have a higher percentage, 1%. And indeed, there are also products on the market today that tout that they have caffeine in them. The problem is the caffeine percentage is very low, and it's usually added to other ingredients in a formulation, making it even weaker. Now, what I found as a skincare expert and formulist over the years is that, again, 1% caffeine is what you need, but you also need something along with that to help make that work better. And what we found is when you add the ingredient algin, which is made from brown algae, to that caffeine, it actually works better. It helps the caffeine stay active longer in the skin, giving you those great skincare results that caffeine can deliver in this area for much, much longer. Caffeine as a topical is always going to be a temporary treatment, but listen, when you can apply something to this area of the face and take 10, maybe even 15 years off your look in 60 seconds, well worth giving it a shot. Now, the way caffeine works specifically on the dark circles is that it's a vasoconstrictor, which means that it takes blood vessels, those tiny ends, and shrinks them down, pulls them back from the surface of the skin, helping to lighten this area a great deal. Now, if you are genetically predisposed to have a lot of those capillaries, you're not going to completely get rid of those dark circles, and anyone who tells you that, skin expert or not, is not telling the truth. In those cases, you will probably have to still use a concealer. But caffeine can make such a big difference that for many people, they don't even need the concealer. That same caffeine encourages the skin to reabsorb excess fluid, which would be that lymph fluid that builds under the eyes, especially when we've overslept or we have a lot of stress or we haven't slept at all. And for those who have chronic sinus issues, it even helps you guys. And when you add an algae component to the mix, you get super hydration along with skin brightening, which just evens out the whole area, lifts and tightens everything, and just gives you a much more refreshed look. And folks who have gone out and found really good caffeine treatments come back and always say how amazed they are at how well that works, considering it's all natural and fairly inexpensive. And this particular formulation, the 1% caffeine along with the brown algae or algin component, works extremely well, and it's a gel that can be applied directly or added to your other skincare products that you're using around your eye, like your regular moisturizer, an eye cream, or even an eye balm, which is what I use. And this formulation called Eye Revive Brightening Serum. Really great name because that's exactly what it does. So now I'm going to share with you how to apply this and what kind of results you can expect. We're going to take a quick close-up look at my left eye. We're going to treat that side, not the right side, so we can judge and see the difference. Now, it takes a super tiny amount of this just to treat this area. We're going to pat this in and we're going to give it 60 seconds to absorb fully so we can begin to see the effects of the caffeine and algin on the skin. All right, it's been a quick 60 seconds. Let's take another close-up and take a look at the difference between my left and right eye, and you can see the skin much tighter, brighter, and it actually makes the dark area under my eyelid on my right eye look darker because I've only treated one side. That's pretty powerful stuff for an all-natural ingredient like caffeine at that percentage to be able to deliver. But we're not done yet. As I said, you can also add this to other products that you use around the eye. So if you have a favorite moisturizer or you have an eye cream or balm, those of you who followed the channel for a while know I'm a big fan of this product right here. This is Versed Skincare's Advanced Retinoid Eye Balm. Super hydrating, super gentle retinoid, not retinol, retinoid product, meaning that you get some of the same benefits from retinol without that reactionary irritation, dryness, and all of that that goes along with it. And the process here, much the same. Take a little bit of the product, put it in the palm of your hand, then a drop of the caffeine gel booster, mix them together. Then you would treat the eye the same way, going from the corner under the lower lid up to just under the brow. And then the same thing, giving the caffeine booster gel 60 seconds to set in and begin to do its work. And now let's take a quick closer look at both of my eyes and how nice and awake I look, how even the skin tone is around the eye, and more importantly, the disappearance of those darker areas under my eyelids and any puffiness that I had going on now gone. And one more time, the effects of this caffeine serum along with the brown algae last longer than typical caffeine serums do. And with my own personal experience applying it in the morning, not needing to apply it again until the evening if I'm going out and doing something. Now, if you found this information on how to tighten and brighten the under eye area and get rid of puffy eyes helpful, if you did, like it, share it out. Please let me know in the comments below should you decide to try these. Links below in the video description box. And because I know how much you guys love these quick solutions that actually work, I've picked out this video on how to fade dark spots, marks, and hyperpigmentation in 2 minutes. So if that is something of interest to you, I highly recommend you check this video out. As always, thank you so much for watching the videos on the channel and supporting my work. I really appreciate you. Stay beautiful, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you over on that next video.